If you take a look through your old photographs, there are probably a few that come up time and time again, pictures from Christmas, Hanukkah, or New Year's maybe. And most of us are going to snap tons of photos over the next few weeks, and for good reason. It's one of the happiest times of the year. But how do you take the best possible photo and look your best in that picture? Professional model Shelley GoodStein joins us with her advice. Welcome back, Shelley.
Hi.
Well, who would know better, huh, than a professional model?
Well, I try hard.
Yeah. Well, and you look good. What then are some of the photos that we absolutely cannot miss getting this holiday season?
Well, it seems like everybody's reaching for their cameras during this season, and for good reason, because the holidays give you tons of great photo ops. But also, if you are going to be the designated photographer, you need to get your game on, because in one split second the whole scene can change. So if someone's yelling, you know, it's time to open presents, and little Sally comes running down the stairs with her hair flying and her eyes bulging, and you miss it, you're going to remember I said, be ready.
Right, exactly.
I told you so.
Right. Okay, and this is one of my pet peeves, probably just because I'm an incredibly vain person, but whenever I'm the designated photographer, it's really annoying to have all the shots and you're not in any of them. So how do you sort of, you know, take all the photos but then get in a few of them?
Right, that's me too. And you know, the best thing is to pass the camera around, and you know, even if you approach it like a potluck, you know, someone brings a main course, someone brings a dessert, well, you know, assign people to certain shots, make your shot list, things you don't want to miss, and, you know, give the camera to different people during the event, and you'll get some interesting photos, and you really want a big variety of photos when you're putting together a book.
Because not everybody has the same eye.
No, and not everybody's the same height or composes a picture the same way, and there's lots of pictures that you want to make sure you get. Oh, here's a picture, don't forget Fido, right? You know, if you approach your photography of an event like a book with a beginning, a middle, and an end, you'll probably see that you have some places that are lacking in your holiday photos. And a lot of times it's in the beginning, and that's the best time to get people because they're fresh, they haven't been overserved or overeaten, and you know, they're no matter what's happened in getting to the event, all the harried stuff that goes on, getting your presents wrapped and all the stress, people arrive generally festive, happy, ready to take their pictures. So maybe do a kiss cam and get under the mistletoe.
I like that.
Or, you know, if Johnny is wrapping presents for the first time and he's used too much tape, well, you want to get that on the film. Or tantrums with the little kids because they have prezzies on their mind and they don't want to get in their dress-up clothes.
Yeah, right, exactly. And you know all about this from being in front of the camera, but you also have an eye for behind the camera. What do we do about lighting? Because there's so much conflicting lighting with holiday lights and all the lights that are around this time of year. Example, that.
This is a picture of my Christmas tree, and it's a picture with a flash and without a flash. And I actually like to use natural lighting whenever I can, and you can reduce the dependency on your flash if you open up the windows and get the natural light in or turn on all the lights. In the first photo you see, that's a picture with the flash. And you can see all the details.
Oh, pretty.
And in the second picture of the Christmas tree was without the flash, and it really illuminates, just like these candles, these little boys lighting the menorah. The candlelight gives off a really rich red and orange glow. So you might be saying, well, which is better? I mean, do you have a preference?
Right.
For me, I tend to like the pictures without the flash, but if you want to be really proud of trimming the tree and show all your ornaments, you're going to probably like that picture with the flash because you get all the details in. And sometimes it's hard to tell, and I would suggest doing one with or without. And like if the kids are underneath the tree and they're looking for their presents, maybe the light from the tree will be enough to illuminate their faces, but you're really wanting to get pictures of their faces.
Sure.
So you might have to turn your flash on in that situation.
Okay, that makes sense. This is a great shot, and it's just changing focal points, right?
Right, sometimes the focus is not always in the middle. So the focus here is on the face, obviously, and a lot of times when we are taking pictures of people, we want to focus and put that little focus dot on the eyes. And this will kind of blur out the rest of the background, and there's a little point in your camera, the little green dots that you can use. I actually brought my little point and shoot. So when you're focusing, usually it's in the middle, a green dot or a green box. just press down the shutter button halfway and then move to compose your picture so that the focal point is not in the center anymore, it's off center.
I see.
And sometimes you're not taking pictures of people. Sometimes the picture is of a piece of pie.
Yeah.
So that's what's in focus, and it makes a really fun picture.
It does. That's great. And you have a little point and shoot, and obviously we don't need a huge camera, but we can find more in your book, right?
Yes, well, and you know, cameras come in all shapes and sizes. We even have them on our phones, and there's some great apps.
Yes.
Instagram is a great app to use. But I do have more tips on, you know, not just how to look in front of the camera, but how to use your camera. And then I have a chapter called Advanced Exposure, so you can get a little bit more into the photography if you want to.
All right, wonderful. Shelley, always good to see you. Thank you.
Oh, one more thing.
Okay.
Don't forget about Grandma who sits in the corner in the chair and never gets up. Get a picture of her.
There you go, Shelley. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And learn more tips online at facethis.me. There you can also get Shelley's book, Face This, real advice from real models, photographers, and makeup artists on how to look picture perfect.